In the cool, wet forests of southeastern Australia, the Australian lyrebird moves like a shadow across the leaf litter. It's not flashy at first glance: earthy brown feathers, strong legs built for scratching, and a cautious, ground-hugging way of traveling under ferns and tall trees. But the moment you hear one, the whole forest seems to change. A single bird can pour out a cascade of sound. Other birds, frogs, insects, even the distant shapes of human-made noises carried from far away. The lyrebird isn't just copying, it's arranging, blending, and timing those sounds with eerie precision, as if it's performing the forest back to itself. Most people think of mimicry as a trick, but for a lyrebird, it's a survival skill and a social language. These birds spend much of their day foraging, raking their feet through damp leaves to uncover beetles, spiders, worms, and small invertebrates. That constant scratching turns the forest floor over, mixing leaves into the soil and helping break down debris after storms. A lyrebird's territory can be surprisingly large for a bird that rarely takes to the air, and it knows every log, root, and sheltered path. When danger shows up, foxes, cats, or a sudden human presence, the bird can freeze, melt into cover, and sprint with quick, low bursts that make it hard to track. Then breeding season arrives, and the story shifts. The male clears a performance space on the ground, a simple stage scraped clean of leaves so the sound can carry and the display can be seen. Here he builds his signature show, a long sequence of calls and imitations, delivered with confidence and control. Between phrases, he listens, adjusts, and continues, keeping the flow steady. As he sings, he lifts his tail in an arc over his back, revealing the elegant lyre-shaped outline that gives the bird its name. The tail isn't just decoration, it's part of the performance, catching light, framing his body, and emphasizing each movement without needing a dramatic leap into flight. The best mimicry isn't random. Males often include the most familiar voices of their neighborhood, local songbirds, parrots, ravens, and the sharp notes of forest alarms. A skilled male can layer sounds in a way that feels like a living soundscape, with sudden changes in pace and tone that keep attention locked in. Females judge more than volume. They're listening for variety, clarity, and stamina. It can take years for a young lyrebird to build a big repertoire, and learning never really stops. They listen constantly, practicing fragments, refining timing, and polishing the details until the imitation becomes clean enough to fool even experienced ears. While the male performs and moves on, the female handles the hard work. She chooses a hidden nest site, low in thick vegetation, shaping a dome of sticks, moss, and bark that blends into the understory. Inside, she incubates a single egg, then raises the chick alone. The young bird stays quiet and well camouflaged, because one mistake can draw predators straight to the nest. The mother feeds it patiently, returning again and again with insects and soft-bodied prey. As the chick grows, it follows her through the forest, learning where to scratch, how to pause and listen, and how to stay unseen. There are a few kinds of lyrebirds, but the famous, superb lyrebird is the one most people picture, living through Victoria and New South Wales in tall, moist forests. Its voice comes from a powerful syrinx, the sound organ where the windpipe splits toward the lungs, letting it control pitch and texture with fine detail. That's why an imitation can sound so sharp and perfectly shaped, not like a rough parody. In some areas, lyrebirds have been recorded copying the click of a camera, a dog bark from a distant trail, or the whine of machinery from far beyond the trees, proof that they absorb whatever their world gives them. But the strongest performances still lean on natural sounds, because those are the signals that matter most in their lives. If you ever hear a lyrebird, the sound can feel like a mystery moving through trees you can't see into. One moment it's a chorus of different birds, the next it's a crisp imitation of something unexpected, then it drops into silence as if nothing was there. That's the Australian lyrebird, a ground-dwelling performer, a careful survivor, and a living archive of the forest's voices. In a world that's always changing, it keeps listening, and then it sings what it has heard, turning the landscape into music.